What's going on YouTube? It's O'Neil from Tapped on O'Neil, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you exactly how I manage volatility within my portfolio. As you guys know, my portfolio is really volatile, extremely volatile, mainly in part due to my crypto holdings. You guys know I hold a decent bit of my portfolio within crypto. I don't invest in crypto anymore like actively, but I did have a big chunk of it that I previously had within my portfolio. And then also my Tesla shares and my yield max funds. Those also play a factor in why my portfolio is also volatile. So guys are gonna see swings in my portfolio. Sometimes I'm up like $5,000 in a week, sometimes more, $10,000 in a week, 10,000, $14 in a month, 14,000 in a month. As you guys can see today, we're up 1,600. It was previously we went up as high as nearly 2,500. 2,500 today. That was around 12:30 p.m. The markets are still currently open. So yeah, this is a perfect example. I'm going to show you guys why we're up this much. Um, it's mainly in part due to the pump from Tesla. Tesla, has been lagging behind for a couple weeks. You guys know a lot of things been going on with the company, especially with the earnings report that I think was about 2 weeks ago. They underperformed on the earnings reports, which was expected, due to them losing the tax EV credits, and the feud between Elon and Trump. So as you guys can see, um, why is everything gray right now? I don't understand why everything is gray. I don't know what's that about. But as you guys can see, TSLL is up at $13. If you guys didn't watch the previous video where I showed you guys how much I made from the $13 call, which is right here, I sold 22 contracts on the $13 cover call, and I made. Let's show you guys how much I made from this. Why is okay? Whatever. Yeah, we made $726 off this one call, and then we also sold the put, $12 put. Uh, why is everything? You guys, give me a second. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, so I turned off Wi-Fi. I don't know why for some reason everything was showing up great. So yeah, as I said, we sold a $12 put. That was three contracts, and we made $126 on it. We're currently up 61% on the days, so potentially we could close it out, but I'm not gonna do that. It's a little bit too early to close this position out. So, and then also with the pump from TSLL, obviously Tesla, we did also have a pump from Tesla because that goes hand in hand. You guys know TSLY or Tesla is a synthetic cover call strategy, yield max fund that pretty much tracks Tesla. So it kind of moves in alignment with Tesla, and this does pay me out monthly. I showed you guys how much we got paid out, which was 2 weeks ago or about a week ago. We got paid out $105, which was a trash dividend, but I already covered that. Moving on from there, I did increase my shares, so I bought 50 shares of it today because I did expect the pump. So, or I seen the pump within pre-market, so I was like, let me just make sure I get some buys in before it goes over my target price, which it is over my target price. So we're up $53 on Tesla, and as you guys can see from my TSLL shares, we're up now. You guys been seeing this down. It's been down over $2,000, $1,000, and now it's up at $900, which is about 3.25% gain. And as I showed you guys, once I get these shares called away at the $13 strike price, that's going to free up over $28,000 within my portfolio, which covers a decent bit or majority of my margin, which is going to leave me about $2,000 left in margin, minus the $1,000 that Robinhood does not charge you. So just like that, I showed you guys how much we got charged in margin. I'll go ahead and cover it again. Um, and yes, we're currently sitting at $74,000. I know that's crazy. But let's go ahead and show you guys the margin. No margin. Yeah, so for the entirety of last month, from July 4th to August 3rd, we utilized over $20,000, close to $21,000 in margin. We got charged 5.75% interest, and we um got charged $99.37. So I can't complain about that. I can't be mad about that. Uh, we made a lot of money last month. Not as much as I expected or I wanted to, because I did want to make um I do want to consistently make over $2,000 a month. I feel like that's an easy goal to achieve off of trading options. And then we're pretty much close to doing that this month. It's not gonna reflect it right now because we had to roll some positions and stuff like that. But we did play it a lot better this month because if you guys don't remember, probably about last month, the reason why we was down so much on our options trades is because we kept having to roll positions. Now that I have more skin in the game when it comes to Tesla and I understand how Tesla is going to move, for the most part, you can never know how a stock is going to move, unless like you're on the inside and stuff like that. And even when you're on the inside, sometimes some different factors play into why a stock may move. But I'm I'm more understanding of how this stock moves. So I've been pretty much tracking it every time it's been hitting new support systems. I've been selling the puts. So my new support system or my new support that I'm seeing is at the $12 range. So that's why I sold this $12 put. We'll go ahead and look at TSLL. This is the leverage ETF that tracks Tesla. So when you go to Tesla, it's going to show this same chart on the weekly. I'll go to Tesla, my Tesla shares right here. So it's going to show the same chart on the weekly, same thing. It's just a different price. That's why I trade TSLL. It is a little bit more affordable if you have a smaller account like mine. But I think after I'm finished trading or I get rid of these shares, I'm going to actually trade Tesla. And I'll show you guys what those option trades are going to look like. So let's just say we sell. Okay, let's go into next week. We can go ahead and do something we will likely do. We'll just do a 330 put. We'll sell a 330 put that's going to cost about $32,000, and we have that. Once our shares get called away, we're going to definitely have that amount of money in margin to use within the portfolio. So we're going to have a premium of about $500, and that can be a weekly thing or monthly thing, whatever you want to do. I trade my options on a weekly basis. So, you guys are a little bit different. Some guys trade on a monthly. I like to track the movement of a stock or ETF on a weekly basis, and I like to see the income on a weekly basis because I like getting paid out weekly. So some of my dividends are weekly. I do invest $1,000 into my portfolio weekly also, and yeah, like I collect the options premium weekly. So these are all things that help me bring down and manage my margin use. So we're gonna clear up about $28,000, a little closer to $29,000, leaving about $1,200, $1,500, closer to $2,000. Sorry, closer to $2,000, and then we're gonna clear up $1,000 with our weekly $1,000 deposit. So you guys see what I mean. That's how I hedge against the volatility, and you know my account is a little bit different in the sense that it is an all cash in account. I do not take any money or I do not withdraw any amount of money from this account. Even the margin that gets charged, it gets charged directly to my bank account. So this is all cash, and I put everything into this account. Well, not everything, but I put it like I said, I invest or I deposit $1,000 weekly into this account, and in addition I gain um income from the option premium and the dividends. So yeah, there's just a lot of ways that I hedge against the risk within this portfolio. And then also with the yield max funds, they pay me in dividends, as I mentioned, so that helps bring down the margin. So we're gonna have our margin pretty much cleared up within probably about 2 to 3 weeks if I don't take any more assignments. But Tesla is very volatile. You guys see it's up today. Within a week it can drop as low as $12. It can do anything. Tesla can move any which way in a week. This stock is very volatile. But like I said, I'm the reason why I'm good at managing this volatility is because I understand and I'm willing to take the assignments because the premium payouts cover all of my costs in the first place. I'm not suggesting you guys do what I do. as I said, my portfolio is a lot different than you guys's. And if anything was to happen where I get margin called, I do have things in my portfolio that I'm willing to sell. I'll give you a perfect example. This right here, this Global X Super Dividend, this is something I had for years and I never really used it. It's paying me about $2.48 on a monthly basis. I'll sell this in a heartbeat. That's about $400 of capital. That's gonna help clear up some margin. Um, Let me give you another example. Boeing. Boeing was another position that I held within my portfolio for some time now. It's almost close to $2,000 of market value. So that's gonna definitely help clear up a lot of margin within my portfolio, and a lot of other examples and things of that nature. So that's how I help hedge against the risk within my portfolio. Your portfolio may be structured a lot differently, so you guys might have to take a little bit less riskier plays. So we'll go into TSLL option plays, for example, right? You guys can see I have a $12 put, 3 contracts on that at 82%. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you guys want a options 101 video. I can do that for you guys. That's something I definitely want to bring to you guys. I maybe should have did that before I'm talking about the options, because some of you guys are a little bit confused. But um, let's just say we were to do what I think would be a safe play or bet would be a $10 put, and let's just say you only have about $3,000 to play with. So you do about 3 contracts, which is about 300 shares, and then you can change the bid to ask, go up to three, and then you can make about $8, and that you can do that in a week, or you can stretch it out and do monthly play. So you can do about go to September 19th, and then you can do a $10, or even if it's further out, I like to go a little bit closer to the money, and do probably about $11. That seems a little bit safer. Same 3 contracts, you make about $176 in the span of a month and stuff like that. And I know it may not sound like a lot, or it may not sound too exciting to some of you guys, but this is how I started out. You got to start small and build your way up. The more money you have in your account, the more cash flow, the more cash flow you can earn. It takes some time. You guys can't. I know y'all see me making my money throughout the week. Sometimes I make $1,000 in a week off the option plays. Sometimes, but I don't make nothing less than $150 on a weekly basis from option plays. That's the bare minimum. So yeah, I'm making a lot of growth and a lot of strides within my portfolio. So yeah, that's just something I want to let you guys know, and give you guys some insight onto how I manage the volatility within my portfolio. So if you guys felt like this was useful or helpful anyway, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your post button notifications, join up on the Discord to talk to like-minded individuals like myself and others. If you guys want to get in direct contact with me, go ahead and contact me on Instagram. Go ahead and follow, and then hit me up, and follow me on TikTok if you guys are into short form content. I do post some short form content to TikTok. And yeah, without further ado, it's Captain Will Nil, and I'm signing out.